What you are viewing are my vinyl records, my stereo system, and this will be a tour of the vinyl room because I did some major rearranging of everything. And we started off with some Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti, which is a great album, my favorite Led Zeppelin album. They're all great, but I really fell in love with Physical Graffiti. Anyway, I moved all the vinyls and all the containers and all the shelves that house them over against this wall here. And this system, the stereo system, it's not the high-end, really high-end stuff, but it's not cheap. It's decent stuff. Stuff I got from garage sales and thrift stores and such. The Newmark Turntable, which is basically a company that makes equipment for DJing. The Pioneer graphic equalizer that lights up if I turn the lights off. And I actually found that somebody was throwing it out. JBL bookshelf system, along with another speaker down there, 4 altogether. My Onkyo integrate compact disc player, which is a tray that holds 6, which I brought back in the mid-90s. The record sign I found in a dumpster when Blockbuster was remodeling one of their stores, and I have the album cover up on the walls in album cover frames. Nick Lowe, Jack White, Bob Dylan, Tempest, Monsters and Men, Black Keys, Black Joe Lewis and the Honey Bears, She and Him. And you can see I got plenty more room to hang album covers. Those white shelves that slide into the containers there, I got at a garage sale for $5 each, and I like them because they have the dividers. And those are box sets for CDs of Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, The Who, Elmore James, Robert Johnson, Simon Garfunkel, The Beatles, and a few more. There we are. I'm somewhat limited in my movements because the battery keeps dying. I think the life of the battery is given out, so I have to plug it in to the power of the house, AC power, house current. So I can't move around as much as I want. Physical Graffiti, released in 1975. That shelf is where I keep all my rock and roll books. You can see what I got there. Went to Michael's craft stores and I got some more album frames. They were like on sale for $3 for $10, and that's an excellent price. So I'll be putting those up. I'll be hanging this up. Somebody was throwing this away. It's a artwork of famous icons: Marilyn Monroe, Elvis. Elvis is checking Marilyn out. Humphrey Bogart reading the paper, and James Dean as the bartender. So 3 icons of cool there. Moving along, this wall here, I did not make any changes. I still got albums, frames up, the Cars, Tom Waits, Lucinda Williams, Glenn Campbell, Paul Simon, Adele, and Fleet Foxes. And that stack right there with the Beach Boys on the front live are recent vinyl finds, which I have to incorporate into my collection. And more rock books. I'll just show you what I got there. I'm going to keep this under a little over 10 minutes. And those handsome shelves there is my CD collection. So this is the vinyl room area here of the tour, and I like this setup because I had my albums over in the other corner, but here they seem I could get to them quicker. It's just a nicer looking visual setup. So it took me a couple days to get everything in, and I have to go in and do some organizing of the vinyl, but that's something I'm working on. Over here is where I have my computer, my chair. Hold on 1 second. A TV, VCR DVD player, a 70s stereo system which I'm holding for a friend, another computer. That's a Sony's 1970, and those are the speakers. It has a great sound. It was in storage for many years, but my friend let me hold it for him. My keyboard, my songbooks, instructional books on how to play guitar, and rock guitar magazines down there. I have a nice collection. And in this area I put up classic album art. Yellow Brick Road, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Velvet Underground with Nico, The Who's Next, Rubber Soul, nice view of the backyard, Buddy Holly recordings, Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited, Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced, and the Beach Boys' Pet Sound. And I had all the albums in this corner here. Let me move backwards. Along with the stereo system, but I wanted to move my amplifiers in that area so the sound can come this way instead of going that way. I had them against this wall that's closest to me, and I realized the sound was just going there, but having them over there, that new area, it fills the room more. Got 3 amps now. This is my Fender Deluxe tube amp for my electric guitar. My more recent purchase, my acoustic amp, and it has that really neat slant to it, so it brings the sound out instead of just floor level. This has a built-in effects, so you have like 16 different effects, and it has a leveler so you can set them. Equalizer, 2 input with separate channels. Down there is where I keep my some gear, and then that's just a Princeton 112 Fender amp. That's transistor. That's tube, and that's transistor. Been wanting to get an acoustic amp for some time, and I finally did it right before Christmas. So it'll sound right. It'll have that mellow sound. So because I've been playing acoustic through an electric guitar amp meant for electric guitar. And right there is all my concert tickets. Another piece of artwork. My guitars. More albums. So I love this couch here. It's very retro looking. It's very long too. I got it at a thrift store actually. Great condition, and it's very long. I think you can like sit the Brady Bunch on it. So, oh, lastly, this wall here, and this was the area where I had the amp, so the sound just came out that way. Now it could come out through the whole area, the whole room. My Beatles White Album poster, and these are just magazine covers that featured rock stars. Time magazine, Springsteen. Got that at a garage sale for 50 cents. How cool is that? Oh, Captain Fantastic there. The Stones, when they made the cover of Time magazine in 1989. George Harrison, too much glare there on the cover with the news of his death. U2 Spin, and another Cream, Elton John. And that's an original Woodstock special edition there. So, cozy area, good man cave. And I also have a little table right there when I'm playing. You know, I can put the sheet music and structural booklets right there, and a very retro style office chair. And we're to almost 12 minutes, so I wanted to keep this short, just do a quick tour of the vinyl room. My little lunch boxes. Cool. So I welcome your comments, and I appreciate people who've been commenting on my videos. You know, I don't comment on theirs too much. I want to change that. So this is a cozy area. One other thing before I go. This area, this part of the house I'm in, is actually an addition to the house. So I still have the subflooring here, and I just stained it and put some polyurethane, because we're still doing things to the newer parts, and we don't want to do the flooring until everything's done. And you know, money's another factor too. Oh, one other thing. Let me put the camera this way. That item there is an old vacuum cleaner, like from the late 50s, 60s. And I stuck a flash hookup from a camera on top of it. So it's a nice decorative piece. Okay, thank you for viewing. I welcome your comments. I'm going to be making more videos. So I wanted to, you know, I spent 3 days rearranging the vinyl room, and I wanted to get a video out there. So I welcome your comments, and Happy New Year, everyone.